Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Leadership TKO live night show. Welcome to the night show. Lakeisha McKnight is here. I'm excited to be here with each and every one of you on tonight. It's an honor and a privilege to connect with all of you around the world and other countries. Thank you so much for those of you in Europe and throughout Australia, Asia, Africa, throughout the United States. Thank you so very much. For those of you in India, Canada, all of you, thank you so much for tuning in. It's an honor to serve, an honor to really add value to your lives. And so what we're about to do, we're about to go live on Facebook, and I'm going to start with a little bit of a skit scenario, two little skits. And so we're just going to roll with it. So again, thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you so very much. So please stand by as we are about to go live. I'll try to put this on lightly. All right. Thank you so much for those of you who are on the podcast. Getting ready to do a skit. I'm blindfolding myself, so just to give you an idea. Okay? Please stand by. Scenario number 1. Man, I just got a hold of this amazing opportunity. I am getting paid. My bank account is looking lit. It is litty lit. Okay? Cash flowing with this cash. This cash keep coming in one day at a time. Just wealthy. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm good right now. I got this opportunity, and I came across yet another opportunity. My BFF, my best friend, yeah, she connected me with an amazing opportunity, and it looked pretty good too. And I said, you know what? I had to go check it out. I have to go and check it out and find out what it's all about, because she was doing very well in it too. So I decided to register with that opportunity too. So I'm going to be working 2 of these things. I got 2 businesses, 2 opportunities. I'm about to roll it out. I'm about to get this cash, and I'm about to be good. My family about to be good. We wealthy. We good. Scenario number 2. Yeah, man, it's the holidays are here, and whew, I had to actually pick up a second job. A second job. But you know what? I'm doing this for my kids. I got to make sure that my kids, it's about my kids. I got to make sure that they have a good Christmas. I've been working hard this entire year. I'm telling you. And you know what? My little girl, she wanted this dollhouse, and I got to get it for her. So that's why I had to pick up this second job. I had to get on this night shift and really bang it out, because I had to get this money. And we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right, because I want to make sure they have a good Christmas. That's what it's really all about. That's what we've been doing. My family and I, we've been, making sure we had not just 1, 2 jobs, because we got to make sure our kids are happy, and make sure they have the best of things. Make sure they have, they looking good. And, even though we in this pandemic, I got to make sure they're right. Make sure that they're happy. If that means getting a second job, if that means getting a third job, I got to do what I got to do. But guess what? In the end, I know we're going to be all right, because This cash, I got this cash, it's stacking up in my account. We're going to be good. Well, are you really good? That's the question. Are you really good? Well, welcome everyone to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Welcome to the night show, guys. Lakeisha McKnight is here. I'm glad to see each and every one of you here. Glad to be able to do this live stream with each and every one of you. It's an honor and a privilege. The show goes live every single night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we go live right here. We're also live on the podcast platforms. And so the whole purpose of the show really is to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. Influence, impact, and income. And so I welcome you all here. I thank you so very much. And if you're looking for a place where you can find out how to grow your income, really how to grow your leadership ability, this timeline, this live stream is where it's at. And so I encourage you to love this stream. Okay, love this stream as you're viewing it right now. Love it, love it. That's right. Throw those hearts out there. Love it. And then also, look, there's a comment section. I encourage you, I really do, to comment below. Let me know what city, state, and country you're tuning in from right now. And even if you're catching the replay of this, if you're catching the replay, I would love for you to go ahead and hashtag replay below. And then lastly, share this out. Share this out onto your timelines, groups, fan pages, wherever you feel led to sharing it. And so, yes, we had a little bit of a different start, and there's a reason for that. And so I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but I want to make sure that I practice what I preach. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this out as well with those of you whom I'm connected to in business. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and share it. I'm going to share it with a couple of my business colleagues. So let's go ahead and do it. All right. And so I appreciate you guys. And so I'm going to help you understand why I did this skit. Now, first of all, I was thinking about this for the longest, and I was sitting around with my husband. I was like, look, I got to do something different because anybody that knows me knows that I try to do things that are out of the box. I've had a background, with acting. So I said, you know what, let's go ahead and throw some of that stuff from the past inside of this. And I didn't think of the words for I just went with it. Okay. I just went with it just to let you know. But here is the relevant question, the big question at hand as you're tuning into this. Having cash. It may look nice. And many of you, I want you to think about the two scenarios that we were talking about. The two scenarios. Yes, the two scenarios. The first scenario is having an opportunity, having a business, and this cash is coming in, right? You see that cash trying to come into your account, and then you're like, man, somebody else throws another opportunity your way, and you're just like, I'm going to try that opportunity too. So now you have yet something else, and you're thinking that, you can do even better with that one too. And you think that having the cash makes you wealthy. And then we had the second scenario where we had the everyday woman, a mom who's been working hard throughout the year. Now it's Christmas time, the most wonderful time of the year. Really? Is it a wonderful time for you? Or is it a wonderful time for the businesses? Is it a wonderful time for your pocket? Or is it a wonderful time for the creditors who are going to be asking you for the cash that you borrowed plus interest? Who is it a wonderful time for? I need you to answer that question. See, a lot of times we get caught up and we have to be mindful of what we're looking at. Look at your perception. How do you perceive this? Is this money, number one, and does accumulating this make you wealthy? And those people are like, okay, I got it. Does it make you wealthy? That's the question. You have to get your education about what real money is. This is cash, this is currency. According to those who print it, okay, this is a liability. What do liabilities do? Just for a moment. Liabilities are things that you owe. Okay, it's what you owe. Most people throughout the year, they may get 1, 2, 3 jobs to stack and accumulate liabilities. Liabilities do not create wealth in and of itself. Let me just put it that way. Currency has to move, and you need to move it into a vehicle that's going to help you to gain. It's going to help you to get a vehicle that's going to cause you to have an overflow, a residual of assets. Assets are those things that make you money and allows you to have capital gains too. Okay, it makes money for you and it allows you to have capital gains. So as you get an asset, you exchange cash, a liability, for the asset. Guess what happens? As you hold it, it grows. Okay, now different vehicles that you put the cash in may have a certain level of risk. Okay, it may have a lower risk, it may have a higher risk. It really depends on what your decision is as to how risky you want to be. But you have to make an educational decision. You need to do your homework to find out more. So while a lot of people are in this season, this time of the year, they're going out and getting gifts and they're swiping that plastic card to stack up all of these gifts, which are liabilities. And then after the holiday season, you realize that that might not have been a good decision. So that time of the year, this time of the year is a great time of the year for stores because they know how to get into your mind. They know how to get into your pockets as a result. And so therefore, you end up going around in the hamster wheel, doing the same thing year in and year out. But for those of you who, you know what, you're saying, I really do need to do something different. I have to flip the switch. I have to do something different. I have to do what the wealthy do and not what they say. They may say, go out and get this, but are they going out and getting it? You need to do your homework. The wealthy acquire assets. They may get this, but they then get this and move it into a vehicle that's going to help them to get even more. And then they put it in the vehicle to get even more. They put it in another vehicle to get even more. So what they're doing is continuing to accumulate assets. And that is what everyone should be doing. The middle class, the working class needs to be doing more of that so that you can have a better future for you and your family. I'm doing all this because I want you to understand that you have to stop the cycle at one point or another. Accumulating cash, working until you die is not the ultimate plan. It should never be the ultimate plan. The plan should be to create a legacy, to create change. But change isn't change until you change. You have to change in order for your situation to change. It's not going to change and nobody's going to change it for you. You have to make a decision and say, you know what? I'm going to take this and I'm going to actually do what the wealthy do. I'm going to put it into a vehicle that's going to help it to grow. And that is what my husband and I, we've been doing this now for 4 years. We became educated ever since connecting with an amazing family called Wealth Builders Worldwide. We became more knowledgeable about what cash is, a debt note. We became more knowledgeable about what assets are and started to accumulate more of it. So for those of you, you might have a business, right? And it's giving you cash. If you continue to hold on to your cash, you're going to continue to lose because cash is a debt note. So you're accumulating more debt. You're not accumulating wealth. Cash, having more cash just means that you have more debt. What are you doing with the cash? Is the cash making money for you? Are you exchanging it to put it in a vehicle so that it can grow and make money for you? Make residual for you so that as you sow that seed, You have more coming in, and it creates abundance. And this is the reason why myself and some of my business colleagues, we're so excited. We love educating others, okay, and showing you resources and tools to help you to grow what you have. We want you to grow your income through, of course, this show. That's one part of the show. And so for those of you who want to grow, you want to take the cash that you have, do something different so you can have a different result and build wealth. Being wealthy means you have the time to do what you want to do when you want to do it, because you were sowing the right seeds, enabling what? Cash or your assets to produce wealth for you, income, residual income for you. You have the time freedom when you're wealthy. You can have a whole lot of cash, but not have a whole lot of time. Having a whole lot of, well, how are you going to enjoy it if you don't have the time to enjoy it? If you don't have the health to enjoy it, because you're burning yourself out. Because while you were preparing for the most wonderful time of the year, you were grinding it out and having the worst time of the year. Because now you got to pay for that debt that you accumulated to get to this point, to spend. So I'm encouraging you during this particular stream. I did all of that to tell you that it's important for you to now begin to build wealth. Do something different from you and your family. Start to build wealth so that you can have a better future. Your children can have a better future. Do not succumb to the persuasion of commercialism. You have to do something different in order to have a different result and a different legacy. Are you going to pass on debt, or are you going to pass on wealth? I challenge you, because we have a hold of something amazing that's going to help you to, in the next 9 to 12 months, be able to generate wealth. So for those of you who want to generate wealth, you want to know about this amazing project, you want to start accumulating residual income and build massive wealth for you and your family, I encourage you below in the comment section to reply, add me. And I'll make sure I add you to the list to be given information about this project. For those of you watching on somebody else's timeline, let them know you want to be added to their list. You want to be on their list to get information about this project that has been released. It's been released. It's out there. And we're sharing the information out with the masses, and we want to get it to you as well. So reply, add me, learn about this project that's going to be able to produce massive wealth, not just getting you cash, because we're going to get what? Residual crypto. That's right, Bitcoin, getting paid in Bitcoin on a daily basis. And that can be you. Getting paid in Ethereum on a daily basis. That can be you. So reply, add me. Let the person know who shared this with you to have you to be added to their list so you can get the information as well. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so very much for tuning in tonight to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. It's been an honor and a privilege to be with you on tonight. I'll be with you again tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. So until then, I encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.